You know, Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Donner and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. Wait, which one did I miss? You know, Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Donner, Comet, Cupid and Donner and Blitzen.
Hello Millennials, it's Millie here and we're gonna work on a holiday look using the Jeffree Star Shane palette. So let's go ahead and just get moisturized by adding the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I actually started using this fairly recently because I have a huge problem with a dry skin in the wintertime. So next I'm going to use the Wet n Wild blur stick, or it's not a blur stick, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Base Matte. It's the pink one. It's actually really good at filling pores. What are the things you like to do during Christmas? Me personally, I'm more so of the stay at home, watch Hallmark. Hallmark has the good videos, and just like to relax in my PJs with my family, and we just watch. I know we have a couple of traditions. Everybody has traditions. So tell me what yours is. So next I'm gonna go ahead in with the NYX concealer in the shade Orange. Once you apply it, it's going to get rid of any dark spots that you may have, whether it's under the eye, on the chin, maybe in this area, the man area, and then anywhere that you'll see where I have acne spots. We're gonna cover those up, okay? I'm very, I use a lot. I do not spare this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out with my beauty blender. We're gonna go ahead and take care of these eyebrows up here. And I'm gonna start with my NYX, let me read the full title here. NYX Precision Brow Pencil. So I like to go home during the holidays, and it gets so bad at the airport where there's like 2 hour, 3 hour waits, and that's a no-go. I just, ugh. It is absolutely dreadful. So I purposely like to get afternoon flights because I notice nobody gets like the 2 o'clock. They'll get the morning or the nighttime, get the 2 o'clock. And I'm probably ruining all of my plans by saying this here on camera, but get the afternoon because nobody travels at that time. You got to get the time where nobody's traveling so that you can enjoy your walk through TSA that takes forever. Now that we have our eyebrows filled in, we're going to take our spoolie and just spread out the product. I remember when everybody wanted like those thin eyebrows, and then now everybody's like, oh, I need them thick. But then a lot of people who don't have who've been pulling out their eyebrows and plucking them, they're it's hard to grow them back. But I didn't thin out my eyebrows, so they're still kind of full and thick, which I'm happy about. Sometimes they're a little bit too thick, but it's okay. But yeah, I remember that trend when thin was in, honey. Okay, so now I'm going in with the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer just to clean up my already filled in eyebrows and to get a better shape. Typically what I like to do is take the back of my hand and just put some concealer on there like this. Put some right there on my hand. And then I like to use my brush, just dip into it, and then go back to do my cleaning on my eyes. This helps me decide on the shape that I want. So I'm usually like the more of a curve eyebrow type of person. So we're gonna go with the curve today. If that's not what you do, then I would definitely, you just go at more angles. But for me, I just like to curve my brush as I pull down. And then as I do this, I'm going to brush some of that product up. I'm just gonna thin them out just a little bit by going back with a little bit concealer. And then I'm going to go towards the root just a little bit and push up. And with that will help me give an illusion. What I like to do is go back with my small beauty blender and just go ahead and blend out all the concealer that I placed on my eyelid to get more of an airbrush finish. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye off camera. All right, everyone, so I did both of my eyelids and made sure I blended them out so they're good to go. So next we're gonna go ahead and move on into our foundation. My favorite foundation is Fenty. I use shade 450. I have for the past, thinking about it, 2 years since Rihanna's been out with this line. One of my favorites. I personally like to use brushes because it gets more of a full coverage. As you can already see, boom, there it goes. I'm just gonna go ahead and start buffing it out. One of my favorite tricks is I always go back with my beauty blender after I've laid down my foundation with my brush, just to pick up the excess, but to also give it an airbrush finish and even it out. And it makes a huge difference. So I'm taking the setting powder and I'm placing it under my eyes, and it's gonna soak in to the foundation. I'm gonna leave it there for a little bit, helping it to brighten in the under eye area. And as it sit right there, we're going to also do our eyes so that if there's any fallout, it's going to go directly onto the setting powder. So when we're done, we can just wipe it off. Okay, so I got it all over my hands, but now we're going to actually get ready for our eyeshadow, which is the piece of resistance. I was able to get my Shane Dawson X Jeffrey palette during the first launch. I actually got mine through Morphe, and I know that it was kind of crazy, but thankfully I got it. I got it right before the big, massive breaking the internet. But it was well worth it. Had to wait a while, but it's all good. And today we are using it, and I can say that it's absolutely beautiful packaging and perfect for what we're gonna use today. We're gonna focus on the bottom 6 colors, particularly the 5 on the left, which is Diet Cola, Not a Fact, Sleep Paralysis, Illuminati, and My Rights Here. Okay, so first we're gonna go in with Diet Root Beer as a transition color. I'm gonna put that up here at the top. So next we're going in with Not a Fact, and we're going to start out here on the edge and work our way in just by packing in that color. Super pigmented, so you have to be super light-handed. I literally just dip the brush and then pat it right here to make sure that this is where it's going. So of course we want some more of that color. So let's just go ahead and add it. All right, so next I'm gonna go in with the shade Flaming Hot. You can hear everybody, my neighbors talking outside. I'm gonna go back with Not Effect and blend that in. So we're making a nice mixture on the eyelid. And we're gonna go ahead and just buff it out some. And as we buff it out, we're gonna make sure to go out, around the lid and out. So as I buff this out, I'm gonna slightly drag it up. So we have right now like a nice mixture of Not Effect and Flaming Hot, just to give a nice base to our look, which adding like a nice deep mauve burgundy to our eye. All right, so now I'm gonna take a white concealer and I'm going to use it to cut my crease on my eye. So now we're gonna go in with Not Effect towards the end of our eye in this area to just go ahead and deepen that look. Next, we're gonna go in with the shade Illuminati. And then since we're transitioning, we're gonna dip into Illuminati and also Not Effect. And we're going to use that mixture to bridge this blend right here of the two. And then maybe even go back out there with a little bit more Not Effect towards the end. Pull it out, there we go. All right, and now we're gonna actually go in with Diet Cola, which I'm super excited to use because it is a bright metallic silver, just like a cola can. And we're gonna pack that into the middle right here. A nice bright metallic look, and we're actually gonna dip back into Illuminati, blend it out towards the end. And I like to actually dip back into the two. Some dip, some don't. And then now I'm going to do the same concept in the back once again with the Not Effect, which is a nice burgundy, and Illuminati. Dip back into Illuminati and blend it out. So I'm gonna actually go back now with my blending brush with Not Effect, and I'm gonna go out and just put back that nice burgundy in my eye. I actually really like it. I think it's super pretty. And now I'm going to use just a little bit of Diet Cola to highlight under my eyebrow. So we're gonna see how this looks, because I think it should work, but we're gonna find out. Go ahead and blend this out. So now we're gonna go ahead and sweep away our setting powder. Right now we're gonna go in with Flaming Hot on our lower lash area, so to get more red down there, and we're gonna just pack it in there. We're gonna go back with Diet Cola, and we're going to highlight our inner eye. I'm now going to do the same colors on my other eye, and I'll be back. Anyways, like, do y'all like my nails? Because I got them done this past weekend and I kind of like them. I like them. I'm gonna put on some mascara. Now that we're done with our eyeliner, put on some mascara and we're gonna finish out this holiday glamified look. I'm gonna go ahead and set. I set with the Jeffree Star Morphe setting spray. I never done my highlighter on camera before, and now I know why. That is absolutely epic. So I am using the Glam Glow highlighter palette. I am using it in the shade Sun Nude Glow. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take our highlighter and we're gonna go up and then into the brow bone, and then just taking a little bit on our brush and going on our Cupid bow, just going ahead and just slightly powdering our Cupid's bow. So I'm actually using Not a Fact to contour while we finish up this look, and as you can see, it's a little bit pigmented, but it has a cool tone to it. So I actually really do like it because of that, and because of that, it actually goes with my skin just a little bit more. I love to color contour just because it does start to give like a rosy appearance to my skin, and making it really pretty. I like to go under the nose with it. I am just like we're gonna get all like nice and blushy and warm and put this around our nose, blend it out. Yeah. And then right under the highlight. So we're gonna start finishing up this look with our lips. And I honestly don't know where we're going with lips. So we're gonna go in with the MAC Aaliyah pencil in shade Nevermore. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my eyelashes. I personally like 25 millimeters. I know a lot of people say that that's too much eyelash. It is for some. It's not for the faint of heart. I like them. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below some things you would like to see from this channel or any more holiday looks. But until then, see you later, millennials. Right, that's cute. No?
Yes.
Spare fingers, okay?
Make sure to subscribe to her makeup lines on Instagram. And make sure to subscribe to this video. And also to subscribe to her channel called Mildred Maria Pope.